All right, y'all seen some of the progress we made on the. Maybe I've seen some of the progress we made on the truck. Maybe not. So we have a tailgating car show thing coming up in 2 weeks, and maybe I bit off more than I can chew with the stuff we wanted to do. So the hood's off. I've got new hinges. I plan on painting the fender wells, the firewall, and I thought I was going to repaint the hood, but you can see how it comes out. So we're going to get on this, and I'm going to time lapse what we can, and then we'll take it from there. This is what I mean. You can see this frame needs a lot of love on the components. The firewall, I'm going to try to get the paint here in time to do that, clean it up. While I have the fender wells out, or wheel wells, I want to get our AC lines ran from the compressor over through the core support to the condenser and through the firewall into our air handler. So, oh, and have some new hinges. We'll get those swapped out too. So here we go. .503 scratched in the paint. .503 scratched in the paint. save those hinges. We may need them for the old Okra truck that's outside. All right, as y'all can tell, the truck has a little bit of rust on it. So I ordered this from the green smiley face. So I'm gonna move the truck outside to a well ventilated area, and we're going to put it on outside in the driveway. It says that it will spot your concrete, so we don't, not that we have perfect concrete here, but we're gonna fix that up. Let's move outside. Get the squirter turned on. Well, it blackened up. Let me grab a light. Definitely much better. Probably not a good side. Got some on the manifolds that turned them white, but the rest of the rust is pretty cleaned up. There's some dirt in there we gotta get out of here, but yeah. Oh, I did spray back to this wall core support. Still drying. But for the most part, I think that's gonna be it. We'll get back out here tomorrow and get back on it, just like this. All right, so it's been a while since we had an update on Green Bean, so I'll tell you where we're at. I have pulled the fender wells. I have cleaned up the inner fenders. I have treated the fender wells with some anti-rust stuff. Basically, it's rust inhibitor, or you can call it, what's the other one? The green one. Yep. I can't even remember right now. Anyhow, so I've done all that, and then now I'm going to work on the firewall, get it cleaned up, and we're going to paint it. I'm going to paint the firewall. I am going to eventually get to some other panels inside to clean up the engine bay here, but short time. I do have some metal, but the problem is the metal is too thick, and I don't want to use my good metal just to make the panels to cover things up. It's way too thick. Basically, I have some old street signs I was going to use, but I'm going to save that for the Lodestar because I know we're going to need metal on it. And I don't want to overdo it and add a whole bunch of weight to the front of this thing, So, I got paint, Color Right, Express Auto Paint has sent me some paint. I think I have some clips of that. The hood's been cleaned up. I thought I was going to have to paint the underside of it, but no, it cleaned up very nice, so we're going to go with that. I also got some new hinges, probably the most expensive part we have bought for this truck, by far. So what I need to do first is come in here and take this panel here off, and then I'm going to tape up all this. I'm going to clean this whole top piece off up here. It's kind of, the windshield washer fluid is not working anyway, so I'm taking that off. There's some wires in here for the harness, so I'm gonna pull those out of the way. But I want to get this whole mess taped off, cleaned up. I'm gonna try Express Paint's new spray cans and spray this wall because I want it to match this color here, which it's kind of here. You can see they wrote 503 on here. That's the paint code. I don't know why it's painted on there, but it is. So we'll get this cleaned up. I also have some wiring to try to clean up in these lines. I did spray the rust inhibitor also on all of the suspension and the frame. And I have some rust inhibitor that should be here today. Excuse me. So I'm gonna get all this cleaned up and then I'll get that applied here. My headers got a little crusty when I sprayed that rust inhibitor on there. Not headers, but the exhaust manifolds, but that's okay. It's fine. So get all this cleaned up. Change of plan. I forgot I had this old paint here. Paint and primer. I'm gonna go with it as a base coat and then come back with the good stuff. Recording? Yeah. So I went and got a light just so I can tell on myself so y'all can see it's the wrong color. It's the teal color that I originally used for the tailgate that was wrong, so I had to go back and get this is the right color, the 503. But it's got primer in it, so we're going to use that. But I wanted to make it uniform because there was some browns at the bottom, and then there was the 503 at the top, so I'm not sure what happened there. But anyways, it's all uniform now, so once I do put the green on it, the 503 sea foam, I don't know what the actual color is. I'll have to look it up. But at least it'll be uniformly the wrong color, or the right color, however you want to say it. But the only downfall is it's not going to be a patina, it's not going to have all the scratches like all the original paint, but I think it'll be all right. Yeah. All right, can is shaking. This is the I can't see because my tripod's in the way. The GM 503 light green. I need to find that test for it. I have a shaker, but I think it exploded the last time I used it. We'll put the cap on it, see what happens. All right, second coat for the win. Here we go. Well, she's in dry mode. Let it flash off and see what we get. And don't throw a fit. All right, I put some primer on it, on the top and the outside. So again, it's not the right color, but when I do hit it with the other color, rather than it starting out black and struggling with the paint trying to really cover that up, I think it will cover it a lot better with this primer on there. So all right, well, see what happens tomorrow. Get some colors on it. We're back on the green bean this morning, so a few things we need to get thrown back together. We have a car show in the morning for our local county fair association, so I'm trying to get everything back together. So I've got the firewall done. I've got fender wells outside with some fresh paint on it. I'm probably going to touch that up. I'm not sure yet. I want to do some more adders to the front of this to clean it up. I still got to put the new hinges on, the hood on. So we'll start getting on that. So here we go. I told y'all how bad that brake is over there. I already broke it. On freaking, yeah. So I think we're in the chips here.
I'm gonna take out what's holding us up here is, I think I need to take some of these, what happened here? How is that? Oh, because it drops. I forgot about the drop. My bad. So how are we gonna deal with the drop? It's gonna be another break. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna break it at. So I'm happy with most of it. So this end down here looks good. Let me get a magnet. I got some magnets that can help me out. Well, those things are on there. So this definitely could have made this shorter. I didn't get this out of the way. If I'm going back to where I said I was going to, which is right in there, I need to trim this back a little bit. I'm going to pull this forward and pushes that back. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, if this would have broken the line it should have, it'd be a lot better. I could go down. Put a mark on it where I want it. It needs to break at least where my original line was. I'm gonna come across. Let me go ahead and get this magnet lined up there where I want it. I'm pushing this back. Let's say it lands where I want it to. Just right in there. Do I want to have a lean on it, or do I want to have a... I think I am going to put lean on it. No, I'll take that back. I want it flush at the bottom. There's a bump in the core support right here, so this will be more rigid. Yeah. Yep. But this break here starts right here. And it's going to go right like that. I'll break that over. This is going to need a cut. See what we got. It's flat, 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 cut. Get that out of the way. Honestly, that won't be a cut. We're going to keep that the same. So that's how I want it to break at a straighter angle. And this needs to be 2 inches. So how do I get that break in there though? I think I am going to have to cut this and weld it. And this needs to be 2 inches. Out here. Two inches is that break, but I don't want 2 inches. I'm gonna go with an inch. I'm gonna take that all down to an inch. Let's go lay that. I took my pattern, flattened it out on the 20 gauge, laid it out. What I also did while I was at it is I went ahead and marked my my lines where the brakes were, just so they're already on there. I don't know why, but I'm going to slice and dice it, and then we'll go from there. We'll put it in the bender and see what happens. Brake, whatever. Brake. What would that serve? So, see what we got done so far. I'm pretty happy with it. It could use a little minor adjustments, but I need to mark the holes and bolt it down. Again, the hood stop or the bumper, whatever, I'll hold this side down. This side's got the both of the other screws. They're bolts, screws that are holding the hood latch. I'll put a spacer behind this so it doesn't just pull it over. I am going to hit it. I was told that it looks better metal than to paint it this time, so we're going to let that ride for now. I'm going to go make the reverse side of this, which basically I'm going to turn it over, make the reverse side, the driver's side for it, and then we'll work on what we're going to do up here and go from there. But it'll be the same process, so I'm going to go do that, and I'll come back with it, and then we'll work on the top piece. Alright, I made a pattern, and I put some curves and stuff in it to go around the water nozzle. And my OCD gets the best of me, so to make the other side match, instead of let's fold it in half. All right, I got it on there and I got it painted. Of course, anytime you do something yourself, you always see the flaws, but I'm happy with it. So, fender wells, not so much. We had a little reaction go on, but anyway, so that's what we got. Back to it. Still got fender wells and the hinges and the hood to get on. Here's some hardware or hinges we got.
I've seen positive and negatives on the internet, but they were a gift, so I'm happy to have them. I think they will be very nice. But I'm curious is it says Fender on it. I'm looking for the hardware. Hopefully they sent us new hardware. Yes, they did. Maybe. I'm gonna say yes. And these are the lifters. There's two. And the mounting pins for that. So we'll get once we get to a point where I think it's safe to put them on and we get ready to put the hood back on, we'll get these out of the protective encasement. They're very nice. They're very fancy machine. Not something we have. Probably the most expensive parts we'll have on the truck. Well, fellas, we stayed up till midnight. Got the hinges on, hood's on. Got some minor adjustments to make. Nobody's perfect, but I got some rubbing, so I gotta fix that. But there you have it. See you tomorrow. Almost back together, and then I found this. You know what that is? Morse key? Question mark? I'm only kidding. All right, it's all the way down. We're gonna see how we can get this hood down. We've been having issues with it, as you can see. We got some fitment issues. Still trying to get these CVF hinges working. They're kicking my butt. I think we're on like day 3 of trying to get them to fit. So here we go. So new metal panels. Could have bought them, tried to make them, but there's a little fitment issues. We're working on that. But I didn't want to get too permanent because I still got to run all my intake piping after we put the intercooler in and the turbos. So I painted the fenders, made a mistake there. I didn't let them cure long enough, I guess, and some of the paint flaked on it, but still a shop truck. Cleaned up the firewall. I'm gonna patch that other hole over there. Got the hinges on. It took 3 days, but I got them done. It's CVF hinges. I like them. They're fancy. Most expensive part on the entire truck. And I said it yesterday at the car show. It's like a Yeti cooler. They're so expensive that you hope somebody else buys them for you, because I didn't buy them. They were anniversary gifts. So wiring to clean up, probably relocate the battery, because I'm sure it's going to be in the way of the intercooler piping. So we'll see. Fan's going to go. I guess fan's coming. I ordered some. I heard that they were junk, so thanks to Harvey's Hack Shack. So I'll be sending those back. But it's coming together. I could get a little better light, but that's what it is. Let me grab one of these. So again, that's the original paint that's on the hood. I cleaned it up with Sweet Patina's cleaning products, scrubbed the hell out of it, saved the paint. Color Right or Express Paint is where I got the color matching for the back. I'm really happy with their paint. I use the actual spray cans, the aerosol cans pre-mixed for the firewall and for the fender wells. But the front panel I did spray from a pint. I put in a spray gun. So that's what we did. I think that's it. So hood latch. It took, again, 3 days worth of trying to get everything to line up, and
There's still, it's not a perfect truck. You can see the mismatched body lines. But I tried to see if I could fix them, but they are what they are. This truck's got enough bumps and bruises on it. So I think the next thing we're going to do is install the AC. It goes underneath the dash. So it will go in, the Vintage Air Slim. And I have a new dash pad to go in as well. So we'll get that put in. So, let me turn the interior light so you can see. So that's it for this one. We're going to get some of these wrapped up and we'll get this wrapped up. I want to get wrapped up within probably a week or so. We don't have any more shows or anything coming up, but I'm ready to get on the Lodestar. It's been way overdue. I'm ready to get on it and get it going. If you don't know what that is, you can go back and look. I'll put a link in here, but our international Lodestar is going to come and swap. I twin the camera around, but I'm embarrassed of how the shop looks right now, but thanks for watching.